Hey guys, say hi. Let me know that you're here. Hey Angela, how's it going? It's getting ready. Oh shit. Let me grab my water, guys. I'll be right back. Hang on 1 second. What is up? What is up? Hello guys. You guys ready for some math and some, as Ty Lopez would say, some knowledge? Who's ready? Let me know. Who's ready? Ready. Whew. Okay, so what's up, guys? So today we are going to do two things. First part, we are going to learn how to utilize your value ladder in order to increase your income every single month. I'm going to show you guys the exact same method that I'm going to use that I've been using over the last several months. And also we're going to do a little math by request. So we're going to learn how to scale and how to know what type of ad budget we need to have. So thanks for saying hi, everyone, letting me know that you're here. You guys can hear me okay. We're just going to get right into it. And please feel free to ask questions. I'm going to try to monitor the comments because this is a live masterclass after all. But we're going to start off, and we're going to start off with something super easy, because I think whenever I say value ladder, people get freaked the F out because they get overwhelmed. And so I'm going to use something that my friend Maria calls a step ladder, right? So just so that, because I know everyone doesn't have a complete, high ticket ladder, we're going to keep things simple today, because you guys are going to get the gist of what we're going to do. But you have to have some type of thing, right? And one thing to remember is that your value ladder is where you are going to make the most money, right? Because if someone can't afford your high ticket, you want to have something else that you can offer them, right? A lot of you guys can't yet, you're not ready for my Facebook ads course, and so you guys are in this program, right? And that's how I developed my step ladder. And so this is a little step ladder, okay? So you guys are in my $7 group. And then I have my $197. Now I have a $197 mastermind. So I'm going to do $197 mastermind. Now, do all of you guys have a value ladder already for your business? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a value ladder? I just want to make sure that everyone understands what a value ladder is. If you're confused over what the value ladder is, let me know, and I'll be more than happy. Like I said, this is your master class, and so I'll be more than happy to explain what a value ladder is and the purpose of a value ladder. Let me know. And then I've got my $9.97 Facebook ads accelerator. Cool. Jeremy, you are in my mastermind, and we're gonna make you one of these suckers, because this is where the money's made, guys. Okay. So in order to increase our income every single month, we have to know what we need to sell. So I have a $9.97 product. I have a $197 mastermind, monthly mastermind. So this is $197 a month, and then the $7 a month. Okay. So if most people, let's make this super, super, super easy. So most people want to achieve a 10K month, right? How many of you guys are still working to get to 10K a month? Let me know. How many of you guys are still working to get to 10K a month? So in order to get to 10K a month, we have to know what we have to sell, right? Guys, this I know that this is kind of like, common, what seems like common knowledge. But this is the thing, is a lot of people, they're trying to get to 10K and they're selling like a $7 product, or they're selling like a $20 product, right? Whenever I first joined my first affiliate program, before ClickFunnels, I was using Online Sales Pro. And whenever I was selling Online Sales Pro, there were so many misconceptions in that Facebook group. Everyone was like, yeah, you're going to be able to make 10K, but it's like a $20 product. Do you know how many $20 products you're going to have to sell in order to make 10K? That is a lot of $20 products. And so in order to make a 10K goal, right, the more that you charge, the closer you're going to get to that goal. And so I know a lot of you guys are working to get to this 10K a month salary in your business. So we have to decide, okay, in order to reach this 10K mark, how many of our things do we have to sell? And so I can do it a number of ways, right? I can sell 10 of my 997s, right? That's probably the easiest thing. I can sell, if this is $200, 200, I could sell 50 of these, right? I could sell 50 of these and make my 10K a month, or I could sell a shit ton of my $7. It's gonna take me a long time. But what I do is I look at my income, and this is how I increase my income every single month. I make X amount this month, and I'm like, okay, you know what? If I want to keep increasing my income, I got to sell more stuff, and I need to strategically figure out what I need to sell. And so if I'm trying to get to 10K a month, now you think in your head right now, what is a realistic? Let me know in the comments, what is a realistic goal for you to make? Let's all make a goal right now, and I'm gonna help you get here. Okay, if you guys need extra help, let me know. And there's a couple of spots left in my mastermind, and I will help you personally get all of this stuff figured out and help you get to that next level. Okay, so if we need to get to 10K, in the meantime though, guys, drop me a comment. What is a realistic goal for you to attain by the end of June? Let's give ourselves until the end of June. What would you like to be making before the end of June? Drop it in the comments, and be honest, guys. This is a safe place. There's no judgments. I want all of you guys. This is going to be, let's keep it real, okay? One of the things is I want you guys to be honest with yourselves, and I want you guys to tell me what realistically can you say that you want to make by the end of June. Okay, cool. Thank you guys because I know we get so caught up with knowing everyone else is trying to get 20K, 30K. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it very, very simple and realistic. I appreciate that, guys. Good. Everyone's got some really realistic goals, okay? So if I want to get to 10K, and you guys follow me this, okay? Let's do this. And that's good, Mihaela. You're starting from zero. That's fine. I started from zero too. Shoot, my first goal was just to make $1,500 a month. So hey, there's no judgment here. I am not going to say that I went from 0 to like 20K in like a month. That's just not realistic. So I'm glad that we're all keeping it real. So in order for me to hit 10K, let's say I sell 5 of my 997 product, right? So I'm at 5K. So I'm halfway there. You have to do the math. And so if I'm at 5K, then I know that then I should sell, so I can sell 20 of my 197 a month. Here's the deal though. That 197 a month, that's recurring. That is recurring. Like seriously, your 197, if you have something that's recurring, like I have the $7 group that's recurring, my new mastermind, that's recurring. You only have to fill that. Once I fill this to 20 people, that's going to be recurring 4K a month. And so that's getting me closer to my 10K, right? Because if I sell 5 at $9.97 and I sell 20 of my 197 masterminds, which I'm getting close to that, I'm already at 9K. And then right now, this $7 group, there's 196 of you guys in this $7 group. So I am making almost, let's just round it off to, let's say 200 of you guys were in this group. That's $1,400 in recurring revenue for me for the $7 group. And so this is the thing. Hey, I told you guys we were going to do some math. And I'm going to show you guys how to scale this in a little bit, but this is where you have to start. Does this make sense? How many of you guys have actually done the math on this? Because this right here kind of brings it real. Once you figure out, okay, I need to sell 5 of my 997 products, I need to sell 20 of these 197s, and I need to sell, 200. I'm actually trying to grow this group to 500. So does this make sense? We have to do the math. Have you guys ever done the math on this? Let me know in the comments. Have you guys actually done this yet for your business? All of you guys have already done this? Have you guys done the math? If not, just let me know. Let's just be honest. Okay, you did it for your high ticket. That's good. Okay, so now that we've determined this is what I need to sell, right? This is what I need to sell. And then now you guys all have something that I call the 15 pieces of content, right? You guys have all of you guys done my 15 pieces of content exercise? So now that I've done the math and I know, I figured out, okay, this is the combination of things that I want to sell. So for me, I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to fill For me personally, think about something. Okay, I'm gonna make it my goal to fill my mastermind. If my goal is to fill my mastermind, right? 20 people, that's gonna give me $4,000 in recurring income every single month. 4K. Who would like to have 4K in recurring income, right? And so my strategy, if I want to do this, then I'm creating my 15 pieces of content. All of my 15 pieces of content are going to be designed to get people into my 197 mastermind, which means that I am doing lessons and integrating things that I'm going to teach them in my mastermind, so that I can promote that mastermind, okay? So you need to plan your content around your numbers. If I know that I have to sell 20 of these, then I need to plan pieces of content that is going to fill this 20. This is literally the strategy, guys, that I do every single month. I'm like, okay, I'm making X amount this month, and in order for me to reach my goal next month, I have to plan content that's going to fill this program. Okay? Now, how many of you guys, let's keep it real. And if anyone needs help with this, let me know in the comments, because this is your masterclass. Now, let's keep it real. How many of you guys, how many products do you have to sell in order to reach your goal by the end of June? Let's figure this out right now. How many products do you have to sell, or which of your products do you have to sell to hit that goal that you told me that you wanted to hit by the end of June? If you don't know that number, I suggest that every single month you know that number by heart. Okay? That's where we're going to start. We're going to start that going into every single month. We're going to know that number that we have to hit every single month. So I'm going to give you guys a little time to chime in. Ask questions now, because we're about to move into Christina's question about how to know what your ad budget and scaling should be. Okay, cool. 4 script clients. Good, Nina. 2 high tickets, Sarah. Yep. 2 high tickets. Sarah, let me ask you this. You think you could get 2 clients by the end of June? I think you can. Mahala, that's okay. We're going to figure that out. Mahala joined my my mastermind. Am I saying your name right? I hope I am. Facebook ads plus video production, 5 clients to reach. Okay, cool. Deborah, 2 high ticket. Good. Good. Deborah, do you think by the end of June that you can sell 2 of your high ticket? That's why, guys, a lot of people start with high ticket, because it gets that income goal a lot faster than selling little stuff. So whenever I started, and I'm just going to give you guys a little information that I think is going to help you guys a lot, is whenever I started high ticket and I worked my way down, right? I started with my mentoring, which was $9.97 a month. That was at the top of my value ladder. I didn't create the $7 group first. I didn't create my group program first. I started high ticket. I started high ticket because I knew people wanted one-on-one help, and I wasn't sure what type of group program I could develop for people. And so I started high ticket at $9.97, and from talking to people and helping them achieve their goals, I realized that a lot of people had that same goal. And so I took all of the material that I was teaching in this $9.97 and I dumped it into a $4.97 group program. Then all of the material that I had left over from this, that's how I dumped it into the $7 group. The $7 group houses a lot of my lessons that I was doing in my 6-week program. It houses a lot of my Facebook Lives. It houses my cheat sheets. And so my membership, my low ticket, my tripwire, I guess is what we would call it, that was like the last thing that I worked on. Okay? Does this all make sense? And I want to lead you guys in a realistic direction. I don't want you guys to think that, I started off by just making 10K a month just like that, because it didn't happen, trust me. I literally worked my way figuring out the math. I even had, whenever I lived in downtown Phoenix, I had a big old blackboard. My wife had gone to Amazon and she got me one of those chalkboard that you stick on the wall. And we had our entire, a part of our entire living room wall with that blackboard. And every single month, me and my wife, we would drink wine And we would figure out, okay, Laurel needs to do this in order to reach that income goal. And guys, we saw it go from $1,500 to $15,000 over the course of a couple of months. $1,500 to $15,000. But it was literally through this exercise that we were figuring out this is where we need to go. Yes, Christina, I am exactly saying that. Focus on selling your high ticket, because once you sell your high ticket, you're going to find similarities among people, what they want from you. And then once you figure that out, that's where the sweet spot is, right? Because every time I was getting on a one-on-one call with people, my wife literally almost had my lessons memorized, because I was going over the same thing. People were asking the same questions in my one-on-one. And so Chad actually helped me develop my one-on-one program into a group program. And so I literally took everything I was teaching in that one-on-one and I put it into a group program. So instead of teaching one person, I was teaching 20 people at one time over Zoom in my group program, and I was able to make more money, right? Because I was charging $9.97 an hour for one, for one person, right, to spend time with me. Whereas now I had 20 people that paid $4.97. That will raise your income quick. If you have 20 people that are paying you $4.97, that's $10K, right? That $9.97 an hour all of a sudden became a lot more work versus this right here, where I could teach 20 people at $4.97. Does that make sense? So that's literally how I started. I started by realizing what my need was in my niche. I utilized my high ticket to figure out what people were really struggling with, and then I combined all of that and created my group program, okay? So what you guys need to determine is, okay, if I want to make my income, I need to focus on selling my high ticket, and I need to start creating content that is going to sell people into my high ticket, and utilizing that 15 pieces of content that I have in the back office, guys. That is super, super important. That 15 pieces of content, along with this math that I'm showing you right here, that is literally what brought me from zero to where I am now. And I made my first six figures in a matter of months. I'm not going to say it happened overnight, but it gradually happened because all of this compounds over time, especially when you have a program that is reoccurring every single month, like the $7 group, like the $197, my new $197 Mastermind, which again, I have a couple of more spots left. If you guys want in on my Mastermind, I'm going to teach you guys all of this personally, and you're going to get some more one-on-one with me over Zoom calls. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'll be more than happy to have you guys, because I want everyone to understand that this isn't easy. Or how do they say that? It's easy, but it's not simple. Or do they say it's simple, but it's not easy, right? Doing the math. It literally is as easy as figuring out what you need to make and then creating the content in order to sell. Your content is going to sell massively, especially with the new changes that are going on in Facebook. Facebook is about to allow people to opt out of the Facebook pixel, and content once that happens, guys, content marketing is going to be king. And I want to make sure that you guys are all building sustainable businesses, whether Facebook is the platform, whether Instagram is the platform. You have to know your numbers. You absolutely have to know your numbers. Now, Christina and Angela and everyone who wanted to know those numbers about scaling and doing knowing what your budget should be for Facebook advertising, I'm just forewarning you guys, this could get, if you're not well versed in Facebook advertising or scaling, the next part of this lesson might go a little over your head, but it's still worth you guys sitting in on. But before we move on to that, did everyone get their questions answered in that first part? Knowing how to increase your income, utilizing your value ladder, and utilizing content. If not, there's actually a masterclass in the back office that goes through all of that, so look for that. But I'm happy to answer any questions right now that you guys have. I'm going to erase this, and we're going to move on, but make sure if you have any questions, let me know in the comments right now, and I will answer them before moving on. Cool. Jeremy says, makes sense. Yeah, Yvonne, it's good that you have a low ticket for 100. That's really good. I'll grab some water here. Getting a little parched. Okay. So now for the fun part. I knew you guys were going to make me do math, but that's okay. So whenever I get new Facebook ad clients, or whenever I'm determining, okay, how much ad spend should I be spending, especially with clients who don't have a proven funnel. If you don't have a proven funnel, if you're brand new, you're going to be marketing to a cold audience, which most of the clients that come to me, they haven't set the foundation of their content. And so a lot of them come, and so let's keep the math really, really simple. So let's say your goal is to make $10,000 with Facebook advertising. Okay? So before you, okay, wait, let's cut. Raven's got a really good question, but first I need to figure out what content I can offer as a valuable course. Yes, that's a really good question. And the way to do that, Ravens, or Revens, how do you say that? The way to do that is actually starting with your high ticket, because if you're working one-on-one with people, you're going to quickly develop that there's similarities, and that's how you create your course. And you do the course live. You don't create the course first, you do the course live on Zoom. That's what I've been doing, and your students will give you feedback and get all of that feedback before you okay, well it says Revens over here, so Revens, okay, cool. Revens, sorry. So you need to do it live. Don't produce anything. So whenever I did my 21-day Facebook Live Accelerator program, I did it live. I scheduled out, I knew the lessons that I was going to teach, but I did it live over Zoom so that my students could ask questions as we were going along. My 45-day Facebook Ad Accelerator program that starts on Tuesday, I'm doing it live. We're going live on Zoom so that my students will actually be live with me. And so as I'm teaching them these lessons, they can ask questions. And so Revens, if you are going to create a program, do it live first, because I know too many people who put in months of work to create a course that nobody wants. And so doing it live first, you're going to validate it before creating it. You want to validate before creating it, okay? So now let's get into the math, the complicated part. So let's say, we're shifting into how to determine what type of budget that you need for Facebook advertising. Now, I'm gonna forewarn you guys that what I'm about to show you is really going to be super realistic to what people can expect from Facebook advertising. And full disclosure, a lot of people, what I'm about to show you is the numbers that a lot of people will not show you, because they just want to show the numbers, the net that they made. But I'm going to show you guys, we're going to put numbers into reality so that you know when a guru says they had $1 million launch, that they're not telling you that they spent $700,000 in ads. I'm going to show you guys how realistic that Facebook ads are. Okay? Nina asked, how big of an audience do we need before starting a live course? You can start a course with 10. Depends on how loyal those 10 people are, right? If those 10 people are super loyal and they buy your course, do it. So let's say your client or yourself, you have a goal with Facebook ads to make $10,000. What's the first thing we have to do is we have to do the math, right? Let's just make things easy. We're selling a $500 product. So let's say we're selling a $500 product and we want to make $10,000 with Facebook advertising, okay? So in order to make $10,000 with a $500 product, we have to sell 20, right? We have to sell 20 products for $10,000, okay? So let's just use a simple sales funnel, right? You have an opt-in, which is your lead magnet, that goes to a sales page. That's pretty standard, right? So we have a $500 product here, and we want to make $10,000. So we automatically know that we need to sell, if we do the math, that we need to sell 20 of these, okay? Now, let's just say that the worst case scenario, that 1%, we have a 1% conversion. Worst case scenario, 1 out of every 100 people that opt in, right? You need 1 out of every 100. So let's say 100 people opt in, 1 person buys, right? follow. So if one person buys for every 100 people that opt in, this is worst case scenario, guys. But this is where I start to do the numbers for my clients. So if one person out of 100 buys and we have to sell 20 to make our 10K goal, so we need 2,000 people to opt in so that we can sell 20. Does that make sense so far? I don't want to lose anyone. Does this make sense? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Does this math so far make sense? We're trying to get $10,000 out of Facebook ads. We've got a $500 product. We know that we have to sell 20 in order to hit that 10K goal. Worst case scenario, our landing page converts to sales at only 1%. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we need to sell we need to have 2,000 opt-ins in order to sell 20 products. Awesome. Okay, so now we need 2,000 opt-ins. So we have 10K, right? Divided by 2,000. So that means we need to be at $5 a lead. We need to be at $5 a lead to break even. Okay? But most people don't want to break even, okay? Most people want to be profitable, but worst case scenario is you break even, right? But sales funnels are made to make money on the back end. This is a front end. This is what we would call on the front end, making money on the front end. So a lot of my clients are okay with breaking even, but so now I know that I have to get $5 an opt-in. Anything less than $5 an opt-in, we're in profit mode. Anything more than $5, we're in the red, okay? So what I like to do with my clients is I like to say that they're going to have 40% cut in their profits. So instead of it being so if we cut the profits in half, right? So if they're breaking even, if we divide $5 by 2, so if we can get our client a $2.50, okay, Nina, wait, I missed how $5 is breaking even. Okay. So if we get 5 leads, right, we need 2,000 leads. I'm going to back up, Nina. That's a good question. So let's erase this for a minute. So we've determined that we need 2,000 opt-in leads. Does that make sense, Nina? Are you with me here? We've decided that we need 2,000 leads to opt in. So if we need 2,000 leads in order to get our 20, right? Because 1 out of 100 people who opt in are going to buy. That's at a funnel converting at 1%. That's the worst case scenario. And so $10,000 divided by 2,000 is $5. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. 10,000 divided by 2,000 is $5 a lead. So $5 a lead, we're breaking even. Because we're spending $10,000 to make to break even at $10,000. But if we divide that $5 and pay $2.50 a lead, then our client's paying $5,000 to make $5,000, right? They're printing money all day long. This would be good. If I can get that lead down to $2.50, then we're breaking even. But I like to do 40%. I like to spend 40% to get that return. So I am going to put 40% of that $5 and make that $2. Okay? Does that make sense? So now we're at $2. So if I can get my client leads at $2, that means we're spending $4,000 to make $10,000. So now they're $6,000 a month profitable, but they're going to pay $1,000 a month for me to do this for them. And so they've made a profit of $5,000, but they've spent $4,000 in ad spend, and they spent $1,000 on me. This is the real version of Facebook ads that no one is showing you guys. Everyone wants to show you guys that they had a $10,000 launch, but what they're not telling you is they've put in $4,000 in Facebook ad spend, and they've put in $1,000 in my management fee to make $5,000. While they're still profitable, most people market that they made $10,000. No one markets that they got $5,000, but they actually only made $5,000. So this is the math that goes into when you want to start Facebook advertising. That's the real version of Facebook ads that no one is marketing with, okay? So when people say that they had a $100,000 launch, then they probably put in $40,000 in ad spend. Yep. And the ad spend goes out first before the income. Sometimes it depends on when Facebook bills you. I know plenty of people that, because Facebook bills like at a certain time, I've had people launch with $0 and put it on their credit card and then make a profit to be able to pay off their Facebook ads because sometimes the payment gates will come in before the Facebook ad will go out. But this is how people profit. Like my client at this point would be up $5,000 a month, and that's how I know that I'm going to scale, right? But I'm not going to scale until I make my client profitable. Once I see that first sale come through and I haven't spent what I needed to spend, then I'm going to scale that both horizontally and I'm going to scale it vertically. So that's how both I know how to do my budget and I know when to scale. $2 a lead is super cheap. A lot of people right now are getting leads for like $4, $5. Leads are not as cheap as they used to be, and some leads are going to be cheaper than others. But remember, a lead is valueless. There's no value until that lead buys. So if we get 100 leads opting into that funnel and no one has bought, we have to determine whether those leads are good or whether that product sucks and people don't want it. Mahela, that's what we just figured out for a $500 project, how much to spend until you start selling. In order to run these numbers, you would have to spend that money to figure out whether a $500 product's going to sell. You have to run it to at least you get that first sale. If you run the ad until you get the first sale, that's what you need to do. If 100 people opt in and no one buys, then that's where you realize, okay, we either have a traffic problem or we have a funnel problem. Now Jeremy, you can spend over $500. Remember, we're spending $4K in order to get that $10K. The $500 that I'm referring to is just in the product. Let's go through this one more time. I know this is super, super complicated, and that's okay. That's why we're here. We had a $10,000 product. We wanted to make $10,000. And we need 20 sales of a $500 product to make $10,000. Okay. So what are you asking, Jeremy? Nina, I think I saw that you. Oh, Jeremy, yeah, if your product was $5K, spending $500 is not nearly enough. Like literally, guys, what I just showed you, this is reality. This is how much Facebook ads really cost. Don't listen to people who are saying that they're making 10K or whatever. Like they're spending a lot of money. This is exactly, Sarah says, not that I needed convincing, but this really screams organic. And I'm going to tell you why, because, and this is why I always teach you guys that proving a funnel organically, if you prove it organically, then you know that your people want it. If you have an opt-in page and a sales page, and you send your warm leads, if you build an organic following, which is what I teach, get an organic following that's going to opt into your offer, they're going to prove that this works, and you're going to get a lot more sales off that if you do organic first. Then once you prove it to work with warm traffic, then you send it to cold traffic. Yeah, the first one was all cold traffic, Mahala. The example that I gave was cold traffic. Let's see. I know Nina had a really good. So she says, I watched the horizontal and vertical, but can clarify. Vertical means 20. So whenever I said I scale, whenever I'm ready to scale, I scale two ways, okay? So let's say we have an ad set. Let's say this is a winning ad set. We're getting sales off of this ad set. Okay? I'm answering Nina's question. So, and yes, Mahala, proving organically will definitely decrease the cost. So we have an ad set. So I'm going to teach you guys how to scale. So what we mean by scaling horizontally, right? We're scaling this way, means that we're going to add 20% to this. So I'm going to add $6. I'm actually not going to add $6. I'm going to add $1 to make that $6. Sorry, excuse me. See all of this math? Whew. But so when I scale horizontally, I had a $5 budget. Now I'm just going to make it $6. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to scale vertically. And what scaling vertically means is that I'm just duplicating the ad set. That's all I'm doing. I'm duplicating the ad set. I'm not changing anything. I'm simply duplicating it. It's a winning ad set, so I'm scaling vertically, right? Because when you duplicate it, Facebook puts it on top, so that's why we call it vertically. And we're scaling horizontally. So we're adding $1 to the budget, and we're also duplicating the ad set. Hope that answers your question, Nina. Grab some more water. Does this all make sense, guys? Same audience and everything, because it's a winning audience. You're getting sales off of it, so you want to duplicate it in order to get more sales. It's a proven ad set. You're duplicating it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this. I know that this was a lot of mind-blowing stuff. Mahala, if your audience is big, you're not really competing with yourself. I always hear that, but I've been duplicating this way. And another way, a third way that I like to duplicate, I have never duplicated an ad, so that's a little fuzzy. Yeah, you just hit the, where it says edit and duplicate, you just duplicate it and throw it on top of the other ad. Another way that you can scale is utilizing traffic and reach and brand awareness campaigns. A lot of times, if I have a winning ad set, I'll duplicate the campaign and start a brand awareness or a reach campaign with that same audience. That works a lot too. So there's so many different ways that you could scale. You could scale horizontally, vertically, and by changing up the objective. Yeah. You guys are very welcome. This has been an awesome experience. I love, sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with the doing the math, but I hope that this was very valuable for you guys. Like I said, if you guys want to be in my mastermind, it's called the 6-Figure Squad. It's $197 a month, but I'm going to literally work with you guys on how to increase your income every single month. We've got our first mastermind call tomorrow, and I am super, super excited. I'm going to break you guys up into smaller groups. So we're going to have multiple times to choose from once we get the program filled. But the first call is going to be tomorrow. So Mahala's in my mastermind. Also, Jeremy is in my mastermind. Sarah is in my mastermind. A couple of you guys are in my mastermind. So if you guys want in my mastermind, I wanted to say click the link below. I've been shooting too many Facebook ads to say click the link below. But if you guys want in on my mastermind, let me know, and I'll make sure that you get a link to that program. Like I said, our first mastermind call is tomorrow, and I have made it my personal goal to help all of you guys increase your income, right? We want to hit that 10K mark, and that's all what it's all about, is hitting that 10K mark for that first goal. So like I said, it's not, what did I say earlier? It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So leave it to me. I'm going to definitely be real with you guys. I'm not going to give you guys any expectations that is unrealistic, because I want all of you guys to keep moving forward and keeping it real. So anyway, you guys have an amazing day. I love every single one of you guys, and I will see you guys who are in my mastermind group on tomorrow's call, and I can't wait to learn more about each and every single one of you and helping you increase that income. We're going to hit those goals. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.